almost certain that's going to be happening. Zanteres and Calix, very good, but I'm sorry. Rain and Nico are turning up today, Chad. It's happening.
Yeah, well, this would be only their second game for the day. Am I right in saying that? They were already through to the playoff bracket from yesterday. They lost their first match, and this will be the second one where it'd be the same for Rain and Nico. They topped their group. So this is top of the tables going head-to-head right now in the lower bracket elimination matchup. Space Soldier's going to grab that first one. They are on the T side. We have been saying that the Nuke bias isn't really towards the Ts as much, but a smaller sample size to work with, Henry.
If you don't mind, guys, I'm going to stick around for the TriCast. Looking forward to seeing the tail end of this competition play out. I'd love to be involved with this. You guys did an awesome job on the last one, and things have got off to a pretty interesting start. Space Soldiers taking the first 2 rounds. So what we did establish, and with the help of our professional friends, our professional players, is that the T side isn't necessarily as strong on Nuke because of the AWP. The AWP, that was it. That's what Happy mentioned to us. And so maybe not expecting now at this point on Nuke to see as many T-sided rounds.
I've got a bit of a question. I understand you don't know where the CTs are coming from, but when you spawn with a bit of utility, especially on a map like Nuke where there's a lot of hidey holes and you have that Molotov in hand, is it something that you want to expend early to delay a choke point? Or you know, because you're taking a gamble, you don't actually know if the CTs are coming from there. Would you prefer to hold on to that utility and then delay mid to late round as that bomb timer ticks away?
The smoke's kind of, I would say, like, it's not that beneficial once the CTs are making their push to the bomb, right? So you might as well lock it off. Like, you've got the 40-second bomb timer. The smoke can grant you about 15 seconds worth of cover. I would say use it right at the start of the round and just eradicate a point of entry for the CTs. Right, throwing the vent, they have to go out the back. You can almost guarantee they're not going to wait around for 15 seconds. They're going to try and get out the back.
In this top side, as we just saw that Molotov go up to heaven, I think that was very effective, right? That means you can't get up the ladder. That's one that I would say at least a good 70% of the time someone should be coming from. Sure. And he's going to get up there late. I think that Molotov actually helped him. The delay got him a free frag there as Zantares was looking the wrong way. Calix directly below him right now. This is a very awkward frag for an AWP to make. Going to run out, bink him in the head, knock him out, and defuse that bomb. First round on the board for Faze. Back to you in the studio, Parla GS.
That's me, and I'm back in the studio. Completely correct. It's great to be here. This studio, we're always back in it. You know what I mean, Henry?
I know exactly what you mean.
Indeed. And so now it's 3-1. Space Soldier still leading ahead, but Faze are on the board. Now it is important to get off to that early start, as we have said before. I think in that last round, Faze were pretty well coordinated in their retake, and it paid off in spades.
Yeah, so were you casting the Chiefs game when they beat North, Hank?
Yeah.
So you would have seen when Inns did that spam as he was coming down from Secret. He was at the corner there of Secret where you pick and you can see back the vent. You might not remember. It's
no,
very specific.
I don't remember that, no.
Where can you spam that?
So yeah, so that wall. So you've come down, and just to the wall as you can peek out and check.
Oh no, I did
check
see
towards
that.
the
We were wondering, like, does it actually do
yeah,
significant
it went
damage?
through. You could see the bullet hole. So it's
I
probably
wondered like how much damage it should do.
Is that on the corner of the just when you reach the
there's
bottom
glass
of the
there, right? There's glass, and you're actually spamming through the glass, and it goes through the wall on the other side and shoots at the guy in the vent. It was one of the Australian players who did it. Inns, he had a ball terror of a tournament. It was very interesting to see, and I think what it would be good for was it would push that player off of that line, right? If you got tagged up, you'd either push out of the vent or you would go back in and you would hide up. So not a bad way to clear that corner.
Yeah, that's quite cool. I guess like, if you just hit the player, that he's going to send him running, that he's not going to be 100% sure what's going on. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Nice by Rain there. Does
yeah,
he
that
have
was
enough
a really
time?
smart defuse. I think that's enough.
Tight like a
there
tiger.
There we go. 0.3. We did have...
I think 0.1 earlier.
Yeah, it was Team Secret yesterday, right? I think they had a 0. Oh, you mean we had a 0.1 earlier today as well? Yeah, we had one yesterday too. It was a nail biter. It's always great to see those diffusers come in so late. Rain now trying to win a duel here with Zantares, but Zantares manages to spin in wonderful fluid motion and score a headshot.
Yeah,
Nico then refrags, and Calix comes out on top, making it 5-2 to Space Soldiers.
Space Soldiers arriving in emphatic fashion here on the T side of a Nuke. It's going to be 5-2, not 6-2, I beg your pardon. And we'll see whether they can continue this as we go forward. No AWPs on the CT side this round, be Nico and Rain with the Silence M4s, and no real utility for the T side to use it. There's one flashbang remaining. Calix, so he seems to be getting shot after shot, Chad. Looking very good indeed. It's up to Rain now. He's got the defuse kit, the flashbang as well, but he's got so many angles to check. It's almost impossible at this point to kind of fathom that he could pick this one up. He gets one kill, but the refrag is always going to be deadly there. Calix on top of the hut manages to take it down. It's going to be the 6th round for Space Soldiers, and this, I guess, would be a pretty huge upset. We'd have to
Yeah,
Well, we said that before, right?
Yeah, when they beat G2,
When they
but
beat G2.
I think, you know, Faze going out right now, they would be a bit disappointed with it. But the caliber of these top 4 teams we have left is very, very high. So the 2v2 also, the only team that is really at a language barrier disadvantage is Faze, because Nico's Bosnian/Serbian, and Rain is Norwegian, so they're not speaking their native language. They're both speaking English as their second language. Rain will pick up another one. Nice little 2-piece feed from him, and he's going to
Cheeky
grab
money
that
hop
one,
as well.
put
I
it
like
in
to
the-
see that.
put it
Great
in the back.
movement to get onto that bomb. With regards to Space Soldiers, so earlier today didn't go so well for them, and I know that they feel very comfortable when they have the management round from the team, and he wasn't there earlier in the day. He's back now, and so maybe the talisman is here and they're feeling confident again, because at this point in Calic's career he's maybe a bit shy, he maybe wants to have that support around him, and he might be feeling fired up and ready to go.
Seems it.
And it seems it right now.
Yeah, nice shot from him, looking very composed, I have to say, not nervous at all. It's going to be another round on the board for Space Soldiers there. 7-3 now as we enter round number 11, of course. No orbs really being used here at all, Chad. And Kenny S was saying that he loved it on Nuke, but I guess he has a very particular, specific play style in terms of the close range AWP, which a lot of people can't really pull off. Calyx, though.
Yeah, it's something which is, I guess, an acquired taste. The close range open. Calyx is turning it on now.
Great job.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I think what he's trying to symbolize is they have more frags. I'm sorry, Calyx has more frags than both of them combined.
Indeed, indeed.
2 plus 2
Calyx,
is 4.
like you said, Henry, definitely looking very comfortable right now, very focused. I'm sure the communication is key to that. These guys been playing together for some time now and have definitely known each other in the scene, in the Turkish scene for some time.
There we go. There's a round for Faze.
But it was not enough in that case, yes. And like Chad has said, Nico comes through with a wonderful headshot. Both of these guys using silenced M4s. I guess maybe in a situation like this, 2 versus 2, and I don't know what they use usually, but probably the better choice considering there's less people to kill, you don't need as many bullets. First shot accuracy is a bit, few bullets accuracy is, if I'm not mistaken, slightly better on the silence.
From watching a lot of Faze recently, I think the majority of the players on that team are using the silenced M4.
Okay.
There may be one, and I think it might be Carrigan, who is actually still using the M4A4, but it seems to just be swings and roundabouts. It changes from time to time. It's just a preference thing. You know, maybe you have a bad whiff with one of them, so you think you need to change to the other. And Smoker's going to come out on the bomb here. This is going to make one of the T's have to pick as Nico finds Antares, and in the door is Calyx. He's found out the door is open. Nate comes in, going to do a lot of damage, taking him down. Bowling Shane.
Bowling Shane. So everybody listening, do you have any idea what that reference was in regards to? It begins with C. It's a word that they like a lot in Australia. It's cricket. Okay, nothing else.
Best
cricket.
spin bowler.
Shane Warne, was he a spin bowler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably one of the best spin bowlers of all time.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't. I apologise. I can already tell how offended you are, Chad, that I couldn't pinpoint his exact bowling style. But yes, he is an extremely famous cricket player.
Nico, he's already out of this round. Has to find 2 frags. If these guys just play this fundamentally sound, there's no way they're going to get beat, as he will be sneaking up behind Antares here. Gets put down to 46 HP there, Paolo.
Yeah, no, he picked up on the chance that Rain could be coming around that corner and flanking him, but the aim wasn't there, or the crosshair placement, and he came up short. But luckily for him, his teammate Calyx picked up where he left off. Now it is 9-5, last round in the half. Henry G.
Yeah, and this is one of the more balanced maps as well. It's still a decent half, I would say, for both sides. No one's going to be too worried at this point, but Calyx, he's looking incredibly good here.
He has a lot of frags right now.
Wow.
Boy. 6 would have been nice, but 5 will do.
Yeah.
Space Soldiers would be happy with 10. Would have been happy with 9.
Yeah, I think either side will still be confident they can do this. Yeah. Rain and Nico, very experienced players, won't be giving up just yet. It's a best of 3. What was the second map? I can't quite recall.
Cobble got banned.
Mirage.
Yeah, Mirage, that's right. Yeah. That's the Space Soldiers home turf. The Space
Soldiers home turf, as we have established, or at least we have dubbed it ourselves. 5 rounds, is it enough?
Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, with these 2 guys, like Rain and Nico, like you're saying, like 2 of the most skilled CSGO players available right now.
Look, I just want to say something, Henry.
Go on.
This is starting to feel like an analyst desk with Moses. Let's bring the fun.
You said you wanted to go serious.
I was joking.
Oh,
you weren't joking.
There's a double bluff?
I know you weren't joking because I could see in your eyes the passion and the fire came back. It was like Chad from 2015 on the stage playing, losing to Easy Skins, but playing nonetheless. All right? Henry G, maybe you want to recount that L1? Nah, we've done it enough. Henry G, what's going on with you right now then? You want to bring the fun?
Yeah, bruv, bring the fun.
Don't do that. At least in that manner.
What fun are we trying to have, Chad? If you're going to suggest fun, you have to help out and contribute.
Yeah, Chad, don't just say, oh guys, bring the fun. Why don't you actually contribute to the fun?
Welcome to Talk Encounter episode 3 featuring Henry G and Sponge here. We have a little guest in the studio. His name is Paula P. He's joining us right now from out of town. Come on into Bucharest.
We've all come from out of town.
And he's here in the studio with us today. Paula, welcome.
Wait, where are we? We're back in the studio. Henry G, spit some fire.
What's happening, Paula? We're trying to have fun. We're doing Talk Encounter.
Yeah, this is an actual serious podcast, so...
Please go ahead then, guys. I did not mean to interrupt your moment.
I just went, Paula P, how you going? And you're meant to be like, yeah, you know, great to be here, Chad. Fantastic to be on the show. Really love being involved in the content that you two are producing. And then, you know, maybe we get stuck into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, okay,
well,
let's try it again.
Chad, I'm really happy to be here. Really love the content you guys are doing. And maybe after that, we can get back into the nitty-gritty.
So, not back into the nitty-gritty, we're going to start the nitty-gritty. So, Henry, the topic today, I think we covered, you know, financial advisors for players, all that kind of jazz.
Sure.
We also talked about...
Nicolinho, what a play!
We talked about another hot topic. I forgot what it was.
And an instant replay brought by Hyper.
But maybe we could bring up the way that majors are formatted at the moment, and maybe talk about tournament formats. Because I know that you and I were having a discussion about this on the train. I was a bit distressed at the results from the Pro League, and I thought there could be adjustment to the format to make things a bit juicier come the LAN finals. So. Maybe I'll let you preface a few different ideas.
So I guess with a lot of formats we have right now, we need online Counter-Strike to really sell what we're doing as a job and as a product and the game. We need it to kind of sell it to sponsors and have online broadcasts, right? So that has to be part of what we're doing. We need qualifiers, we need a league format, and obviously they're very successful. We do get a lot of viewers for them. But ultimately, what does that really mean? You get those 6 teams at the end of it, or 8 teams, whatever it ends up to be, and we get to the event, and then we have another group stage, right? And we have to do pretty much what we've been doing all season all over again.
Yeah.
So we came up with a kind of concept where you could potentially have that as your seedings, right? You use that as your official seeding, then we go straight up to a playoff bracket like we're in right now.
Indeed. And what we were thinking was, well, what I was thinking, I know it would be more costly, it would be more teams and more computers.
Say it to me, guys, say it to me.
But right now we're dealing with 6 teams. I think we should be dealing with 8 teams per division.
Okay.
And what will happen is, depending on where you place in the season, so there's more importance on actually winning matches. Because right now, if you make it to the group stage, it's like it doesn't even matter because you're just playing against a couple of like different teams who you've already faced, and then North American teams of opposite seeding or something along those lines. So what I think should happen is if you come first or second in your region, you should be auto-berthed to the quarterfinals. If you come third or fourth, you should be auto-berthed to the one before the quarterfinals. And then if you come between 5th and 8th, you play off against your respective seed in the other region. And from there, it filters into a bracket that continues best of 3s. And you continue the bracket in that format as opposed to groups of best of 1, which are very random, and it doesn't actually reward teams for doing well in the regular season. I think that's the biggest issue we have right now. What's the point of playing the regular season if you're not going to bloody hell, you know, do anything with it?
Yeah, well...
I like that.
It's a different take on it, Bill.
Proposition. It's interesting to think, yeah, there are so many, you know, factors and parts of the Counter-Strike, competitive Counter-Strike that could be improved, and we're already in a good spot.
There's a lot of formats as well. The Swiss format, I would say, is probably my favourite right now, but I mean, at the moment, the problem the players have with it is you turn up, you play one best of 1 each day, and then you go back to the hotel. It's like that's all the CS you really get. And that's like, it's a bit of an issue, and I guess it's a logistical thing. There's so many games to be played, you need to get everyone a map in, and we've only got 1 broadcast going on and stuff like that. So it makes sense. I'm not really sure what the solution is. I do like the Swiss format in the sense you can't really prepare for certain teams, and you have to turn up and you have to kind of play your best game instead of trying to counter theirs.
I think the Swiss format works really well in the majors because ideally...
the tournaments are much longer first off,
so
there's time for it. The players are prepared. The majors are supposed to be the sort of... the best thing that we can offer in
Yeah.
terms of competition.
And I think it also shows that who plays the best brand of Counter-Strike. Actually, we have the last round here, so we'll quickly
Yeah,
get off of the podcast. So we're getting to this one here as match point is being taken by Space Soldiers. Faze have to stick in this one by grabbing around. Rain on top of the heart, looking towards ladder. Molotov comes in to clear behind the bomb box. Gonna spam wildly. Ooh, finally takes down Calyx, but will be left on 4 HP. Coming through the hut right now is Zentaris. 2 players to find. He knows one was on top of the hut. Where is Nico? He's gonna take Nico down. 4 HP left on Rain. How is this one gonna
He
unfold?
knows it. 4 HP. Really good flash, and he manages to close the game out.
That was a quickie.
And I liked that cast, Chad. It was slightly Henry G inspired with the going back to the whisper.
Yeah.
Creating the tension, and then boom!
Dumping a load on everyone's face.
That's
That's what I normally do. That's my philosophy.
just can you, Chad, just do your spicy meatball thing, or